So our old morning show friend Steve Corona's in studio right now with his partner Michelle. Steve, good to see you, man. It's been a while.
Hey, good morning. Thanks for having us.
Yeah, man.
So what is it like over the last year and a half having the last name Corona?
Oh, I love it. It's my year, man.
He's right, man. I hadn't even thought of that. Your last
Right.
name is Corona. That has to have been some kind of weird thing.
It's the year of Corona.
Yeah. I tried 2 years of Corona at
Right,
that point,
yeah.
right? Man, I hadn't even thought of that. You're right. So, Steve, I was telling everybody earlier, I bet I did a really crappy job of describing what you do, but you're kind of like when the Hollywood types come to town and they got to affect an accent, you're kind of the guy that teaches them how to speak sound like they got a certain dialect down, right?
Yeah, exactly. Being a dialect coach, most often it's people from a different country who have to sound like they're American.
Right.
Right, so I help them out with that.
Okay. That's gotta be a bitch, though. I always seriously
It's fun though.
when I see actors from The Walking Dead getting interviewed in real life, it always freaks me out. Hey, you're not a Brit, dude. You're like. It freaks me out. I don't like it. I'm dead serious. It like ruins the show for me sometimes. You know, when Rick Grimes himself is all, yes, I've had a wonderful time filming this show, and I'm like, no, man, no. So, how hard is it to get actors going if they don't have any clue? You know.
Well, I mean, usually if it's like a lead of a show, they probably have some kind of training in it anyway, but they're a high enough caliber actor that they got cast in the show, and it's just up to me to make sure that they sound right,
Who was the hardest?
Oof.
Anybody I know?
Not gonna name any names.
Come on, man. Come on. You got to give us a name. Who took a while to get it?
Oh, man. Gerard Butler, when I was working with him, he's very Scottish, right? So he would say his lines sometimes like half American, half Scottish, right? And then I would just have to kind of correct him. And he had like this lip curl going on. And I'm like, dude, you need to tame that down to look American to start with, right? And then it's amazing. Sometimes these physical things affect how you sound. And all of a sudden, he got that under control, and he sounded more American. I'm like, there we go. So sometimes it's just kind of noticing those little idiosyncrasies, right?
Right.
But once we did, he was good. But at first, it was kind of half in, half out,
Do they have like a cliche American accent they default to?
I think
It's got to be Southern, right?
It tends to sound kind of like, rough and tumble, kind of almost Texan, sort of like I'm a cowboy, I'm an American, that kind of thing, right?
Yeah, right.
Huh.
Yeah, I can see that. I can totally see that. But you guys are starting up another, what, school? Is that what we're going to call this?
Yeah,
All right,
yeah.
well, then tell us about it.
So, last year, 2020, Michelle and I, we've been doing voiceover ourselves, and we're film and TV and voiceover actors, and we've been doing this, decades combined between the two of us.
Yeah.
And we thought, shoot, pandemic time, everyone's home anyway, let's teach people how to do voiceover.
Okay.
So we're teaching them how to do voice acting.
Yeah, we were already teaching, to be honest.
Okay.
And then we had to move our classes online, and so, yeah.
Well,
What better
explain
time?
We
explain
banded
voiceover. Tell me, what are we talking about? I mean, can I be a character on Bob's Burgers or something? Because that's what I'd want to do. That's me,
I think you totally could.
I
For
feel
sure.
like I
I think he already is.
Yeah.
You're probably right.
But yeah, I teach animation, and Steve teaches audiobooks, and I teach commercial as well. And Steve is, as you know, a dialect master. So
Yeah. So then, what if you're starting from scratch? I mean, if you got no experience or anything like that. I mean, it sounds to me like there's probably a lot of people out there that could do this that don't even know they can.
absolutely, yeah.
All right.
And that's what we specialize in. We really cater to the beginning voice actor.
Okay.
And yeah, the most important thing I think for people getting interested in voiceover to know is that they need to be actors. They need to have an understanding of acting technique, and that's something that we teach.
Okay. Now, when you're saying animation, I'm curious. What are we talking about here? Are we talking like animated shows? Because I think that'd be the coolest gig in the world. I'd love to do that, man.
It's so much fun. Yeah, that's exactly what I'm talking about.
Okay.
So I lived in LA for 11 years before moving out here, and I did work in animation. And
Okay.
I continued to audition like crazy. And yeah, I actually just played a green chili on Isleta Casino commercial.
Nice. Can we hear said green
Nice.
chili, please?
Oh, God.
You got this. Come on.
Yeah. I can't even remember the lines.
Make something up.
I know. Hola.
There you go.
That's all you need to say.
Hola, your butthole's gonna be burning tomorrow. I can tell you that.
My name is Carmen in the spot. It's probably already on. So
Okay.
But I teach animation. It's exactly that. Cartoons, and what I teach directly correlates to everything Steve teaches with audiobooks.
Right. And were you reading audiobooks these days, Steve? Is that what's going on?
Absolutely.
Nice.
I've heard
nice.
that's cumbersome. That it can be cumbersome.
Absolutely. Listen,
Why,
let's
though?
dispel all the myths. It's like the marathon of voiceover. It takes hours and hours and days and days.
Yeah.
But if you love reading out loud and storytelling, and playing all these different characters, I did an audiobook earlier this year. I had like 38 characters in it.
Oh, my
And
God.
that was awesome. I loved it. But so if that's like your jam, then audiobooks might be for you. And audiobooks are blowing up in popularity.
Yeah, big
So
time.
we
How's
need
it pay?
narrators.
Pretty good pay?
It pays decent, but again, you're doing a lot more work for the money,
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Typical.
not like these commercials where you're in and out.
Yeah.
Audiobooks. You're there for
Hey,
a long
Steve, we got
time.
a gig for you. It's a book. It's called The Bible.
All right, I'm in. Sold.
Yeah, we're going to need the King James Version, too, when you're done. Hey, man, how old are your kids?
Oh, 10 and 12.
So then you're already used to the jam of having to read to them all the time.
Absolutely.
Because I got to tell you, man, when I'm reading my kid a book, I'm real enthusiastic for about a chapter, and then I start kind of rushing through it, and then by the time we get to the third chapter, I'm going to tell my daughter, and then you know the deal, you know what's going to happen now. We're done.
I bet Steve is the opposite. You'd be the best at
Yeah, you would.
Yeah.
You're doing
I love
costume
it.
changes, and there's an intermission at one point.
No, I love it. And so I actually started something last year I need to get back into, Story Time with Steve. And so I just started reading. I've got like 5 of these videos where I'm reading my kids' books to the camera, for other kids. Because I realize some parents, don't read to their kids, or maybe it's not their thing. And I'm like, hey, if I can read to kids, maybe their parents will show them these videos and they might enjoy that.
Right.
So
How can that not be your thing if you're a parent? Come on,
No,
man.
I
That comes with the territory. I'm serious. I don't
Yeah.
understand how you can't do that,
Yeah.
Although I got to tell you, when I am reading to my daughter, when there's a sentence spoken by one person and another, I will definitely change my inflections and my tone to try to. And you know what my kid does every time I do that? I see it. I watch her do it. She looks at me and she rolls her eyes like, oh, God.
What's your princess sound like?
I don't know it's something like this, Pappy.
That's really good.
Yeah, it's not bad, huh?
It's pretty good.
it's pretty good.
All right, so then if somebody out there is aspiring, they're coming to you guys now. That's the service you're offering, so tell everybody what they need to do.
Yeah, so you can head over to our website. It's just southwestvoices.com. Or if you have any questions directly, you can email us at hey@southwestvoices.com.
Spell hey. That's
H-E.
H-E-Y.
H-E-Y?
Like,
Okay.
hey.
In New Mexico, is there a good call for it? Or is it that you can go national with this because you can audition from here with voice work anywhere?
Exactly. That's the beauty, because everybody's having to make their own home studios anyway.
That's what I was just going to ask
Yeah.
you. It seems like you'd need some gear, right?
Right, exactly. There's some setup that's involved, and we talk about that in our classes, helping people get set up for that. But yeah, we started locally here in the Southwest because we live here in Albuquerque and we love it, and we're trying to kind of build on top of the film industry that's already thriving.
I was going to say,
So
with Netflix running around like
exactly.
this,
We're
Yeah.
just trying to help, build the VO community here
From the ground up.
from the ground up.
Well,
Yeah.
that's pretty cool, man. That's
Hey, did you
that's
see,
actually really cool.
Did you see Mayor of Easttown? Did you watch that?
Yes.
No.
Oh, you need to
so
see it
good.
because it's Kate Winslet doing Pennsylvania accent, like
Ooh.
a
What's a
Philadelphia summer.
Pennsylvania
We're
accent?
gonna go down the shore, get a hoagie and a Coke. Go watch the film.
Yeah, Phil.
It's all good him.
Is that Pennsylvania? I had no idea.
Totally.
Yeah.
Totally.
Totally. I thought
Bill's
that
on
was
it.
like California Beach or
But
something
she
like that.
did great. She was really believable. Some not as much, but it was good.
All right.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Cool.
You probably
check it
spot
out.
that stuff all the time. You're
Oh,
like, no,
yeah. Sometimes it
wrong.
makes your skin crawl, and
Yeah.
sometimes you're like, yeah, spot on.
Yeah.
Hey, man, so then one more time, give out the website and all that good stuff if you're interested.
Sure. Yeah, people can check us out at southwestvoices.com or email us at hey@southwestvoices.com.
Cool. That'd be fun, man.
Yeah.
That'd be a lot of fun.
Sure.
So, beautiful. All right, you guys. Good work, man.
Thank
Good
you
work.
so much.
Yeah.
Thanks, guys.
Absolutely.